Welcome to my class. Today I will discuss the rest part on the topic distance formula. A few more problems. Find the coordinates of the points on x-axis which are at a distance of 5 units from the point 5 minus 4. Here the given point is a 5 minus 4 and you are asked to find a point on x-axis which is at a distance 5 units from the point, from this point. So the point BP, as this lies on x-axis, so this will be of the form a comma 0. The distance is 5 units. So now you can solve a equals to 5. After solving, you will get a equals to 2 or 8. So the required points will be 2 comma 0 or 8 comma 0. Do it as your homework. Simple problem. Next, using distance formula, show that the points are collinear. This is another type of question. You have 3 points. First one is a minus 1 minus 1, B is 2 3, and C is 8 comma 11. And you are asked to show these 3 points are collinear using distance formula. For this, you have to first find the 3 distances between A and B, between B and C, and between A and C. First find AB. AB is 2 plus 1 whole square, 3 plus 1 whole square units, 2 plus 1 whole square, that is 9, 3 plus 1, that is 16, so this will be 5 units. Next find BC. 8 minus 2 whole square, 11 minus 3 whole square units. This will be 8 minus 2, that means 6 square. This is 8 square units, that is 10 units. Next find AC. Your AC will be 8 plus 1 whole square. Look, you can take in any order. You can take x1 minus x2, you can take x2 minus x1. 11 plus 1 whole square units. 9 square. This is 9 square, this is 12 square. So this will ultimately become 3 square common, so 15 units. Look, 10 plus 5 equals 15, so here you find AB plus BC equals to AC. And this only happens when A, B, C are collinear. So the points A, comma B, comma C are collinear. Okay? Because when they are not collinear, then they can't be equal. Look, if the points are like this, here A, here B, here C, then by triangle inequality you know AB plus BC is more than AC. So the equality only holds when the 3 points are collinear. Okay? Now take it as homework. A8, 7, B6, 4, C0, minus 5. You have to show they are not collinear. Show A, B, C are not collinear. Not collinear means you can't find such a relation that sum of 2 line segments is equals to length of the third line segment. You can't find it here in this case. So then you can conclude that the 3 points are not collinear. Okay? Next question, if P is a point on y-axis such that 4 times if its distance from A 5, 2 is equal to twice its distance from B 8, 8, then find its coordinates. Though here 2 points are given. One is A 5, 2, another is B 8, 8. And you are asked to find the coordinate of a point P. The feature of this point is it lies on y-axis. As it lies on y-axis, so its abscissa should be 0 and ordinate say B. B is any real number. Now according to the question, 4 times its distance from A, that is 4 times PA. 4 times its distance from A is equal to twice its distance from B, that is twice PB. Now square both sides. 4 PA square equals to PB square. Every time I am squaring both sides to remove the radical sign. Okay. 4 into PA square will be 5 minus 0 whole square plus B minus 2 whole square. PB square will be 8 minus 0 whole square plus B minus 8 whole square. Next we have 25 4s are 100 plus 4 into this will be B square minus 4B plus 4. This is 64 plus B square minus 16B plus again 64. Now look, 4B square minus B square. This is 3B square minus 16B minus 16B. They cancel each other. 116. Shift it to the other sides. 128 minus 116. This ultimately becomes 12. So B square becomes 4. So B becomes plus minus 2. Plus minus 2. So your required points are 0, 2 or 0, minus. These are the possible points. One is 0, 2, another is 0, minus 2. Okay. Now take it as homework. Similar problem. Find a point on y-axis. So as we come y-axis, so this should be of the point, and this should be of the form this 0b. B belongs to R. Two given points there. One is 6, 7. Another is 4, minus 3. And the restriction is whose distance of the point 6, 7, 4 are in the ratio of this. That is PA is to PB is 1 is to 2. Now you have to find the coordinates of the point P. Your answers are 0, 9 or 0, 35 by 3. Do in the same way, you will get the answer. Next question. You are given 3 points and you have to show they are vertices of an equilateral triangle. The points are A, small a, B, minus a, minus a, and C. C is minus root 3a, root 3a. Minus root 3a, root 3a. These are 3 points and you have to show they are vertices of an equilateral triangle, and hence you have to find the area of the triangle. So you have to first find the length of the 3 sides of the triangle. First find area. This will be a plus a whole square. This will be a plus a whole square units. Look, this is 4a square, this is 4a square, 8a square. So ultimate length becomes 2a units. Next find BC. BC will be minus a plus root 3a whole square our plus minus a minus root 3a per whole square units. Look, this is root 3a minus a whole square plus this is root 3a plus a whole square. So we know the formula for a minus b whole square plus a plus b whole square. This is 2 into a square plus b square. So this will be 2 into a square means 3a square plus a square units. So 8a square, so 2 root 2a units. Next we have to find the distance between a and c, that is length of the side AC. This will be root over of a plus root 3a whole square. Next a minus root 3a whole square. Again similar formula, a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. This will be 2 into a square plus b square. Same 2 root 2a units. So we find the length of the three sides of the triangle are each of length 2 root 2a units. So we can conclude that ABC is an equilateral triangle. Now conclude that thus we find triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle having length of each side 2 root 2a units. So its area will be, we know area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square into root 2a the whole square square units. So this will be root 3 by 4 into 8a square square units. This equals to 2 root 3a square square units. This is the result. Next, you are given 4 points and you have to show they are vertices of a rectangle. Very simple problem. The 4 points are A is 0 minus 1, B is 6 comma 7, C is minus 2 comma 3, D is 8 comma 3. Now you have to show ABCD is a rectangle. How can we show this? We have to find 6 lengths. First 4 are the length of the sides and the next 2 are the diagonals. If we can show that the opposite sides are equal, then we can say that it's a parallelogram, because if opposite sides, if length of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it's a parallelogram. And we know if diagonals of a parallelogram equal, then it's a rectangle. So first we have to find the length of 6 line segments. First is AB. AB is your 6 square, 7 plus 1 8 square, that is 10 units. AB, then BC. BC 6 plus 2, 8 square, 7 minus 3, 4 square. So this becomes 64, 16, 80. 80 means 4 root 5 units. AB, BC, CD. CD will be 8 plus 2 whole square, that is 10 square plus 3 minus 3 whole square, 0 square, so this becomes 10 units. Look, ABCD are of equal length, ABBCCD, then BA. BA will be of length 8 square plus 3 plus 1, 4 square, so same length, 4 root 5 units. Next we have to find length of diagonals. Just calculate here. AC will be 0 minus minus 2, that is 2 square, plus minus 1 minus 3, that is 4 square units. 16 plus 4, 20, that is 2.5 units. After AC, find length of BD. BD will be 6 minus 8 whole square, that is 2 square. 7 minus 3 whole square, that is 4 square. Same length, 2.5 units. So now we have to write conclusion in this way. Right? In quadrilateral ABCD, we find AB equals to CD and AB equals to BC. That implies ABCD is a parallelogram. Next we find AC equals BD. That implies ABCD is a rectangle. What you have to write as a reason? You have to write that we know if diagonals of a parallelogram are of equal length, then it is a rectangle. Next you have to find the area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is product of any two adjacent sides. You can take ABBC. So your area will be 10 into 4 root 5 square units, that is 40 root 5 square units. So area rectangle ABCD, this will be 40 root 5 square units. Okay. Now take similar problems as homework. P2 comma minus 1, Q3 comma 4, R is minus 2 comma 3, S is minus 3 comma minus 2, minus 3 comma minus 2. So PQRS is a rhombus. And hence find its area. Find its area. And the answer its area is 24 square units. And how you can show this? You show as a guideline like this to show PQ equals to QR equals to RS equals to SP. What is the definition of a rhombus? We know if adjacent sides of a parallelogram are of equal length, then it is a rhombus. Now, opposite sides are equal, that is PQ equals RS, QR equals to SP. This justifies that PQRS is a parallelogram. Then any pair of adjacent sides, PQ equals to QR. So this justifies that PQRS is a rhombus. After getting this, you are asked to find area. So for area, you have to find the length of the diagonal, that is PR and QS. And you know area of a rhombus is half into product of the diagonal. So in this way you can find the area. This is an important problem. Next question. Two vertices of an equilateral triangle are given. You have to find the third vertex. Here the vertices are 4, 0 and minus 4, 0. Draw the diagram in this way. Suppose this is A 4 comma 0. Take this B, take this A minus 4 0, B 4 comma 0, and you are asked to find the third vertex. Look, third vertex can be in two ways. Either it may lie above the x-axis or it may lie below the x-axis. Now how do we know this? Look, the points minus 4 0 and B 4 0. The third vertex should be equidistant from these 2 points, and after calculation we can find that the locus of the perpendicular bisector of AB is nothing but y-axis. Y-axis, its equation is x equals 0. So the third vertex will have its coordinate in the form 0, 2, and then as it is an equilateral triangle, so making the distances equal, we can find the equation of third vertex. So proceeding this way, write down, let now write down the given two vertices are A minus 4 0 and B 4 comma 0. Then write the third vertex should lie on the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB, and it is obvious that the perpendicular bisector of AB is the y-axis, whose equation is x equals 0. So we can write the coordinates of the third vertex as 0, comma B. Why 0, comma B? Because all the points lying on y-axis have their abscissa 0. Now your CA equals to AB, because sides of an equal triangle are of equal length. Now CA square equals to AB square. What is CA square? CA square will be 0 plus 4 whole square plus B minus 0 whole square equals to what is AB square? AB square will be 8 square. 4 minus minus 4, 8, 0 minus 0 whole square, 8. And then you get B square equals to 8 square minus 4 square. This ultimately gives 8 plus 4, 12 into 4. So B will be 4 root 3. So the coordinates of the third vertex, the possible coordinates of third vertex are, one is 0, comma 4 root 3, or other is 0, comma minus 4 root 3. Okay? Another one, here the two vertices of an equal triangle are given in some other form. One is origin 0, comma 0, other is say A B, comma root 3. Now you are asked to find the third vertex. Here also there will be two possible vertices. One is in this position, another is in this position. So first we have to find the perpendicular bisector of OA. How can we find this? Let any point on the perpendicular bisector be Pxy. So OP equals to AP. That implies OP square equals to AP square. What will be OP square? This is x square plus y square. What is AP square? This is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus root 3 whole square. Now you get x square minus x minus 3 whole square, y square minus y minus root 3 whole square equals 0. Just a plus b minus b, 2x minus 3 into 3, 2y minus root 3 into root 3 equals 0. Cancel by root 3, then it becomes root 3 into 2x minus 3 plus 2y minus root 3 equals 0. So multiply this 2 root 3x minus 3 root 3, 2y minus root 3 equals 0. So ultimately gives 2 root 3x plus 2y equals to 4 root 3, cancel it by 2, you get root 3x plus y equals to 2 root 3. So finally you get y equals to root 3 common, 2 minus x. This is the equation of the perpendicular bisector of wave. So as the third vertex lies on this perpendicular bisector, so let us consider the coordinates of the third vertex as if you take abscissa A, then its ordinate will be root 3 into 2 minus x. This is the vital step. Unless otherwise you take in this way, you can't solve this problem. Okay, so this becomes the coordinate of the third vertex. Now if this is the third vertex, say B, then we must have OB equals to OA, because all the three sides are equal. Now OB square equals to OA square. Now OB square will be A square plus root 3 into 2 minus A the whole square is equals to OA square will be 3 square plus root 3 whole square. Now this becomes 3 into A minus 2 whole square plus A square. This becomes 9 3 12. This becomes 3A square minus 12A plus 4 3s are 12 plus A square equal to 12, 12 cancel. This becomes 4A square minus 12A equals 0. 4A into A minus 3 equals 0. This becomes A 0 or 3. Possible values of A 0 or 3, right? Therefore, the possible coordinates of third vertex when A is 0, then this will be 0 to root 3, or another possibility is if you take A3, 2 minus 3 is minus 1, so 3 minus root 3. 0 to root 3 and 3 minus root 3. These are the possible coordinates of the third vertex of the equilateral triangle mentioned here. Now take homework of this type problem. You are given 2 points A 0 minus 3 and B 0 3. And you are asked to find the third vertex C so that triangle ABC is equilateral. Answer is 3 root 3 0 or another possibility minus 3 root 3 0. Simple problem. Another question. After solving that, I will end today's class. That is another important question. There is a square ABC. And you know two opposite vertices, and you are asked to find the remaining two vertices. This is a very important question. Say A is 3, 4 and C is 1, minus 1, and you are asked to find coordinates of B and D. Now look, by the property of a square, you know the diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisector of each other. So it is obvious that the points B and D lies on perpendicular bisector of AC. So let us first find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AC. For this, let P xy lie on perpendicular bisector of AC. In that case, PA equals to PC by property of perpendicular bisector. As we know, each and every point lying on perpendicular bisector of a line segment are equidistant from the two ends of the line segment. So PA equals to PC. That implies PA square equals PC square. Now PA square will be x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square equals to x minus 1 whole square y plus 1 whole square. X minus 3 whole square minus x minus 1 whole square y minus 4 whole square minus y plus 1 whole square equals 0. That means 2x minus 4, this is minus 2, 2y minus 3, this is minus 5 equals 0. Just multiply them, minus 4x plus 8 minus 10y plus 15 equals 0. You get 4x plus 10y equals to 23. 4x plus 10y equals 23. This will be the equation of the perpendicular bisector, that is BD. So you know the point should lie on this line. Now we have to consider the point in this way. Now first check this, whether it is correct or not. X is 9 by 2, and it is 18 plus 5, 29. Okay. This is the perpendicular bisector of AC. So now write in this way. Write that thus we get equation to the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AC is 4x plus 10y equals 23. Now, as the remaining two vertices lies on this perpendicular bisector, so let us coordinate of any one of vertex be A, comma, if you consider x equals A, then 10y becomes 23 minus 4a. So y becomes 23 minus 4a by 10. 23 minus 4a by 10. This will be the coordinate of any one of the remaining two vertices. Now find the midpoint E of diagonal AC. What will be this? You know coordinates of midpoint E will be 3 plus 1 whole by 2 and 4 minus 1 whole by 2. This will be 2 comma 3 by 2. Coordinates of E will be 2 comma 3 by 2. Now we know diagonals of a square are of equal length, and so you can write, this is a D, you can write D equals to half of AC. D equals to half of AC. Now find the length AC. What will be AC? AC is root over of 3 minus 1 whole square plus 4 plus 1 whole square. 3 minus 1 whole square, that is 4, 4 plus 1, 25 root over 29 units. So here it will be D square is 1 by 4 AC square. D square will be A minus 2 whole square plus 23 minus 4a by 10 minus 3 by 2 whole square is equals to 1 by 4 into AC square means simple 29. This is A minus 2 whole square plus, take 10 common outside, so this becomes 1 by 100. This will become 23 minus 4a minus 15. Why 15? 5 to the 10, 5 to the 15 whole square equals to 29 by 4. A minus 2 whole square plus 1 by 100. 23 minus 15, this is 8 minus 4a whole square is equals to 29 by 4. Now look, you can take common 4. Here it is a minus 2 whole square plus, but when 4 goes outside the bracket, it will become 16. So this becomes 16 by 100. Here it becomes a minus 2 whole square is equals to 29 by 4. 4 for the 16, 4 25 the. Now if we take a minus 2 whole square common, we get 1 plus 4 by 25 is equals to 29 by 4. A minus 2 whole square into 29 by 25 equals to 29 by 4. Just follow the calculation. If you are not doing in this way, then it will be very tedious. So cancel 29, you get a minus 2 whole square is 25 by 4. Then this becomes a minus 2 equals to plus minus 5 by 2. That is a equals to 2 plus minus 5 by 2. If you consider plus, then it becomes 9 by 2. Or if you take this minus 1 minus, then it becomes minus half. So required points will be we have calculated the coordinates of D. Just put these values of A in that result, you will get the answer in the form 9 by 2 comma half, and the other vertex will be minus half comma 5 by 2. These will be the coordinates of the remaining two vertices. Achha. I am writing the steps. What you have to do to solve this type of problem. Write down, when two opposite vertices of a square are given and we are asked to find the remaining two opposite vertices, then we proceed as follows. Step 1. Step 1. Obtain equation of perpendicular bisector of the diagonal given. Obviously it will be diagonal, opposite two vertices given, so it should be a diagonal. Next, step 2. Obtain any point on the perpendicular bisector obtained. Step 3. Take any point now find step 3. Find coordinates of midpoint E of AC. Suppose you are given diagonal is AC, you have to find its the midpoint E of AC. Step 4. Solve the equation P equals to half AC. P is your chosen point. Is any point, this will be P on the perpendicular bisector. Now P equals to half AC. If you solve this, you will get the answer. Now take homework of this type. You are given a square. Say this is PQRS. You are given two opposite vertices, -1, 2, and R is say 3, 2. And you are asked to find the coordinates of the points Q and S. your answers will be, answers are 1, 0 and 1, 4. 1, 0 and 1, 4. So we have completed our distance formula section. In our next class we will come with section formula. Okay, till then, goodbye.